All right. Hello, everybody. It is time. It's Sunday. It's 1 o'clock. It's time for a little Savory Health Sunday. Enjoy a little drink with me. And today, well, we're gonna keep diving into wellness. This will be part two on the dive into wellness. And well, we're gonna talk about sleep, rest, recovery, and you. Okay. Um, and I know there's a lot of people have been well during lockdown. People got to rest. We're gonna talk about that. Um, some of the well, some people need more rest than. There you go. Sorry. Looks like we're gonna have connection issues all day. Okay, so we'll bear with it. So, if you haven't been here, so this is Savory Health Sunday. I'm Clint Fuqua, the health engineer. Um, we've done several episodes of this. Please go back watch the previous episodes because I've been breaking down fitness, wellness, health, what they are, how they relate to you, how to use them to your benefit, how they can destroy you if they fight against each other, because they can and will. Um, they'll wreak havoc, all kinds of mind games on you, because they're not the same thing. They're just not, right? So, three different industries, three different entities, three different, very powerful. All right. So, um, if you missed out on my whole Justice League, the Zack Snyder experience of bringing them all together, bringing the team together, go back, watch that one. Okay. Hopefully you'll laugh. But so today, let's talk about rest. Okay. And realistically, let's talk about some rest, recovery, and sleep, what those really are, what they mean to you. Okay. Because they are not, well, they're not times of doing nothing. Okay. It's actually, you're actually doing something while you're doing nothing, is essentially what happens with rest and recovery and sleep. Okay. They're actually highly active times for you. Not that you're out running around doing stuff, although sometimes you will be, depending on your personality type and everything else. Uh, but it's a way to de-stress. It's giving your time, or it's giving your body time to regenerate. Okay, do all the processing work that it needs to do uh, to rebuild, the bones and muscles and brain tissue. Man, rebuilding some brain tissue. Um, Rebuilding your spirit, okay? Rebuilding your nervous system. If you got stuff on your nerves all the time, it can never repair. Uh, so, and that's what it is. So let's start off with sleep, okay? Because sleep is the easiest one to dig into and dive into. Uh, because everybody knows you're supposed to get 8 hours, right? Well, it sort of depends on the person. All right. There are some people that need 10 hours of sleep. All right. There's some people that almost need 12. All right. For recovery and regeneration, they just don't regenerate as quickly as everybody else, right? Or you get certain people that have a very low stress threshold. Okay. Highly creative at times, but very low threshold for stress. Okay. So it takes more time to recover. Okay. Um, so realize that with yourself or your partner, or whoever out there, some people, 4 hours of sleep, bam, they're up and they're going. Our president, for example, okay, if you haven't watched the news, right, he's got COVID. What's he doing? He's still pulling like 10-hour work days at Walter Reed Hospital, going through training. He's still dressed up, suit, tie, got the table, working for us, okay? Realize there are certain people that he can't not work, okay? He can't, literally, he would die if he quit moving, okay? And there are people like that. Note the people in your world, in your universe, that don't stop, okay? They don't get sick. If they do get sick, they're still working. They're going, okay? And there's a small minority of people out there that can sleep for 4 hours and they regenerate very quickly, okay? They get that little charge to the battery and bam, they're back up and going, right? Because they actually recover while they're active, all right? When it comes to sleep, okay? Now, whenever you sleep, the main piece for sleep, one, is brain recovery, right? Your brain gets to recover. It gets to regenerate. Okay, the neurons get to well relax and do overnight processing, just like your computer. Okay, your computer, you need to shut it off every night. Okay, you just can't have that thing on all the time. You gotta hit the power button, unplug it, all right? Let it do the overnight processing that it needs to do. Let it shut down for a little bit, and then bring it back up so it can restart and function properly, right? So everybody needs it. Some people just need a quick shutdown. Some people need a long shutdown, right? It's different for everybody, and nutritional status and all those other things. So technically, typically, most everybody needs about 8 hours, all right, for regeneration. This is also for liver, kidney, colon, everything else, because they're doing a lot of overnight processing. Okay, if you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're just like wake up, you're like, why am I up? That's your liver griping at you for something you did earlier that day. Whether it's something you ate or you drank or medication or something, your liver's letting you know, because that's when it's really highly active in doing some overnight processing. And if it's having to filter a lot of stuff, it's gonna let you know about it. All right, I ain't happy, and it's gonna give it a kick in the side. But all the rest of your body's doing that. Your nervous system, right? Your nervous system is recovering overnight. It's rebuilding. It's repairing. Okay, that is the point of sleep. And sleep is highly active, which means you need to have a good bed to sleep in. Because if you're not comfortable while you're asleep, you can't rest. Okay, you can't have the recovery. You might have your eyes closed for 8 hours or 6 hours or 4 hours or whatever. But if you're not comfortable, you're not supported, some people need a softer bed, some people need a harder bed. That's different for everybody, right? Thicker pillow, less thick pillow, side sleeper, back sleeper, front sleeper, all that stuff, right? Figure that stuff out. Make sure you get the right bed for you, okay, and the right pillow for you. It might be the MyPillow, it might not. It doesn't work for everybody. Most people it works pretty well for. I've tried one. They're pretty awesome. But realize that everybody's going to need a little different bed, which is why now we got beds that you can, change the softness and the hardness and things, all that stuff, right? And that's why we have this. Some different people need different temperatures at night. Some people need it like under like 5 covers and just they feel like molten lava. They've got the AC cranked down to 60, right? They're in a cave because they put out a monumental amount of body heat and they gotta stay cool. Some people are under five layers of blankets and they get a leg just kicked out. Little AC vent out there, right? So it's a little different for everybody. Okay, you got to figure out what you need at night while you're sleeping. You got to figure out what's going to get you to sleep. Watching this thing right here before you go to bed. I will say these because if you have a blue light filter on your phone, it helps because you don't have the blue light going in your eyes and it can keep you up. Still, you don't need to be watching TV before you go to sleep. Don't worry, I do it too at times, right? Good Netflix thing. But read at night. Find something that's going to put you in a trance, okay? And it's just going to bring you down. It's going to get your brain to shut down a little bit. Something that's not going to make you think, okay? Something that's going to get you to, well, relax and not think, right? Whatever the thing, it might be a game. It might be a crossword puzzle. It might be reading a book, okay? I don't know, it might be a mind-numbing show without the blue light flashing your eye. But something that's going to get you to come down a little bit, cause some relaxation, all right? And then you go to sleep, all right? And if you need some sleep, I got some stuff called Sleep. It's strip, put in your tongue. 15 minutes, you're just going to melt into it. It's awesome stuff. Anyway, I digress. But realize you may be a 10-hour sleeper, you may be an 8-hour sleeper, you may be a 6-hour sleeper, you may be a 4-hour sleeper, okay? Don't do like Kramer and do the 15-minute nap thing Ain't nobody gonna do that. If you haven't watched that Seinfeld episode, you gotta watch it. It's hilarious because he goes nuts. Because he's doing power naps all the time. Man, if I just do a 15-minute power nap, I can power nap throughout the day and I'll be great. First day is great. On one weekend, he's gone absolutely psycho nuts. It's hilarious. But a power nap is awesome. You can't live your life on power naps. All right, you have to sleep. You have to give yourself at least 4 hours, okay, just to get through. You go through 2 REM cycles when you sleep, okay? This is the deep stuff, right? So rapid eye movement is whenever they do sleep studies, they lay you down and see if you wake up, what time you wake up, see if you actually get into REM. The trackers, I've talked about the health trackers, like the Garmin's, having one of those on so you know if you're actually getting into REM 1, REM 2, okay? Huge, so you know if you're actually sleeping or if you just have your eyes closed for 8 hours, right? And you'll see it. You'll know when you're, man, dude, I am out. Okay, you know when you are actually sleeping and recovering. Okay, you can track that, so you know what's going on with you. But you have to go through at least REM 1. Okay, you have to rapid eye movement 1. You have to, and that's 4 hours. Okay, that's why some people can do the 4 hours. Bam, they're back up. They're going, right? 6 hours. Well, though I have 2 shorter stints of REM. Okay, 8 hours. You get the 2 full long bits of REM. 12-hour sleepers, well, they get 3 of them. Okay. Once again, the creative, usually highly creative, will have those at times because, well, there's a lot more that goes on up here, right? Dreams. If you're not dreaming, you ain't sleeping. Seriously, you're not. It's the dreams are like overnight processing going on. Okay, that's why you wake up like, what was that I had? What was going on up here? Okay, that's your brain rectifying stuff, right? It's usually stuff back here that you're not dealing with. But that's the sleep part, okay? Gotta have your sleep. You can't go without it. One of the best forms of torture out there is sleep deprivation because it will drive you mentally nuts. It will drive you mad. And if you want to pull information out of somebody, well, it's the best way to do it because they'll just start laughing. They can't help themselves, right? It just comes out. But don't do that to yourself. Don't torture yourself with not sleeping. Also, don't torture yourself with staying up all night, okay? I'm talking to my creatives out there because I've done this, like whenever I wrote my books, okay? I'm getting back into the writing process. And so at nighttime, you're in trance, essentially, okay? After 11 o'clock, there's like this little witching hour where, well, you've got all your sleep stuff going on up here, and literally you're kind of in trance. You're in a little bit of a dream world, and that's why you get highly creative. This is why highly creative stuff usually happens at night, okay? There's less distractions. It's dark. Computer programmers will like go into a dark room with no lights. All they got is the screen, right? Because it puts you in that creative environment. You're in a dream world, essentially. And when you're in a dream world, you come up with all kinds of wild, crazy stuff. Some works, some doesn't. But the point is, you're in that creative space, okay? The bad part of this is it throws you into a major depressive cycle, okay? So, for all my creatives out there, be wary of that, okay? Because it will put you in that downward spiral. So, have some creative time and then get out of it, okay? Have some creative time and get out of it. If you need to, black everything out during the daytime for a little bit and do some creative then, and try to stay on a normal sleep schedule as much as you can. Otherwise, that downward spiral is crazy bad, okay? Just so you know. And for everybody else pulling all-nighters, okay? Those students out there, everybody else, preparing for exams, nighttime's when you do it because there ain't nothing else going on. You got no distractions. Well, you might try getting up at like 5 in the morning because there's no distractions here either. But I know there's morning people and night people, okay? That's a physiological thing. Some people are just, bam, first thing in the morning, they're up, they've got tons of energy. Others have energy at night. Others have energy at midday, okay? It's different for everybody. Figure out your flow of those things, okay? But try to have a schedule. Scheduling is big. This goes back to like the shutdown. everybody's schedule was messed up. Okay, you had people staying up all night that were never doing that. You had people that were getting up early. Well, yeah, nobody's getting up early in the morning. Come on, who was doing that? You had all you know, me included, watching Netflix all night because what else am I gonna do, right? Am I gonna study? Yes, you should have been studying. You should have been making yourself better. You should have been. Hopefully, you created some stuff. I have stuff that you're going to be seeing very soon. A lot of stuff coming out in 2021, by the way. So you get that. Rest and recovery. Okay. There is rest time where you do nothing, and then there's active rest. Some of us need to have active rest, which means vacation on the beach, vacation swimming with sharks. Okay. Going out to a mountain scene and just sitting out there on the porch and looking at it. Okay. Or climbing the mountain, right? There's a dichotomy there of what is actually restful. Some people need to be active for their rest. Okay. Because otherwise, well, you get bored and you get antsy and you just, I'm just talking with you here. You got to have something to do to relax you, okay? That's why there's an active rest component. Now, there's a time when you just chill and do nothing, but, some people can do the chill thing for a long time. Others, you give them an hour or two and it's like, I got to do something here, right? Sitting there watching a movie and you're like, what's going on? Not because you're bored with this thing. It's because you've got to have some other input. So realize that. Some people can sit down and meditate for hours. Others can sit down and meditate for 15 minutes, and it feels like hours. All right? Sometimes that 15-minute meditation is all somebody needs because they recharge very quickly. Okay? They tap in. Others, they may need that 3-hour meditation time. Why? They've got more stuff to rectify? I don't know. Whatever. But realize everybody's a little bit different than that. So don't make fun of the people that can do it in 15 minutes. Don't make fun of the people that do it for 3 hours. All right? It's all different for everybody. Different bandwidths, right? So different process, different thought process. Some people are more right brain, some people are more left brain, some people have full crossover. Either way, you've got to have rest. Okay, everybody needs a little bit of an active rest. Everybody needs a little bit of a complete total rest where you can do nothing, you shit. You just shut down. That's it. Which the highly active people, occasionally they will have a day like once a year where they just shut down. Right? They have that shutdown day and then bam, they're back up and going. So, it is different for everybody, but everybody needs it. And the shutdown got some people to rest that needed to rest. Okay, a lot of people got to rest that haven't been able to. Right? You actually got some forced rest time. Now, sometimes that's stressful because, well, you're being forced to relax, but you got stuff to do. Right? You need to find a job. You need to get out. You need to, you got things to do, but I can't. It's being put under house arrest essentially, to some degree, which is, it's no fun. You're being put in timeout, right? We all got put in timeout. Nobody likes being put in timeout, no matter how much you need it. But that was actually a very highly stressful rest time. Okay, for a lot of people. So realize that. Realize the inherent stress of life and the world telling you stop. You're like, but I don't want to stop. I can't stop. I need to no, stop. So, hopefully you took advantage of that, at least for a little bit, and enjoyed some of the stop and rectified it and said, okay, you know what? Maybe I do need this rest time. Because you did. Everybody did. We way overwork ourselves. We always do. Why? Well, we're Americans. That's what we do. Okay, we're the wild renegade, working 24/7 people of the world. That's just what we do. That's why we create so much. That's why we are the world leaders. of everything because we don't stop ever. There's no midday siesta. Okay. If there is, we're working through it. But realize everybody needs rest. It's part of the wellness thing, right? That's why it's ubiquitous. It's a it's a tough thing to grasp because it's not a weight, okay? It's a well, I just need to like sit and do nothing. If you're a workaholic, that's really tough to come to terms with. But realize everybody needs the rest. Everybody needs the downtime. Everybody needs a hobby, okay? If you don't have a hobby, get a hobby. Figure out something that you love to do. That is the best rest you'll ever get in your life. Hopefully you do what you love, okay? Which means you never actually work a day in your life, which is also why a lot of us can work 80, 90, 100 hours a week on doing stuff because we love what we do. You never get tired of it because it's what you love, right? If you're not in a job that you love, but it's something you're good at, but it's not your passion, okay? Well, go out and find your passion and spend some time with that as a hobby, okay? Have some fun with it because you're not always good at your passion, and sadly, most people are not good at their passion a lot of the times. Okay, but you're still passionate about it. You still want to do it, so go do it. Have some fun with it, right? And that will rest and relax you. It will take your mind off things. Folding laundry sometimes can be the most relaxing thing ever because it's nice, repetitive, and it just takes your mind off of stuff. And usually, if you're searching for a breakthrough in something, you got to have something mindless that you do that you're just going through. And if you don't know how to fold clothes, learn how to fold clothes. It's highly therapeutic, actually, because of the process of it, right? It's repeatable. You essentially don't even really have to think about it. It's just a repeated process. You do it. You go into a trance, and then bam! Oh, I've got the answer for what I was working on. It just hit you. So get a hobby, find your passion, do some of that, right? And it'll help get you out there. Maybe golf is your thing. It ain't my thing. Maybe golf is your thing. Well, go out, hit the links, right? Go walk around. It's good for you. You're outside. You're walking around. You're becoming the ball, right? Do a little no. Watch Caddyshack, please. If you're not laughing at that joke, but it gets your mind off things, right? My deal is racing games. I pop in some Gran Turismo. I do some racing. I'm tuning the car. I'm working on my line on the racetrack because it's cheaper to do it that way. You're not having to put out money on the gas and tires and the car and everything, right? Racing is really stupid expensive. Virtual racing is not. You still get kind of the same thrill out of it, but it gets your mind off things, right? Because you got to focus on that. You don't focus on that going into that turn while you've been doing 180 and you're breaking into it. You miss the apex, you go off track, and you're like, but you hit that one perfect lap. There's almost nothing better than just that perfect, just your on pace perfect lap, right? So, sort of giving you some insight here, but find that thing that helps calm you down, gives you some rest. Take advantage of that. Live in it, right? But enjoy those things, all right? I have creative artistic outlets outside of here that I delve into. So yeah, there you go. There's rest and recovery, and the better you get at it, the faster you recover, the faster you'll do things, the better life gets, the less you're stressed about things, the easier it is to deal with stress because you learn how to deal with stress a lot better, right? You learn how to get into the zone. If you've ever heard about athletes getting into the zone, the whole relaxation thing helps you get into that zone much quicker. I mean, it's just you snap your fingers and you're just there, right? I got that from martial arts. Learn how to just, bam, with snap of the finger, you're just there. All right. And being able to do that. So there you go. That's your message for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Next week, we're going to dive into fitness. Okay, we're going to do 2 segments deeper on fitness, talk about some realities of that. And by the way, Couch to the Holidays, part 2 is coming at you. So I've got Dr. Michael Harris. He's going to do the in-home portion. I'm going to do the gym portion. We're going to get your butt up off the couch because it's been on there way too much, and out of this chair because it's been way too much. We're going to get you moving so you can enjoy sitting on the couch and so you can enjoy sitting in a chair so they don't kill you. One other thing of note, speaking of chairs, my show goes live. That's right, my TV show goes live. The Health Engineer Show goes live this month. So get ready. I'm going to start putting out there when the first episode goes out and the second episode. You're going to love those. Got great people coming on the show. We're doing 2 episodes every month, every rotation on those. And, well, I'm here to hashtag Make America Healthy. So there's that. Also, of course, prayers out to President Trump and to Melania. And, you know, from last I heard, he may be popping out of the hospital in the next day or 2. Back at it. He never quit. If you haven't seen like the videos and the pictures, he's pulling like 8 to 10 hour days getting work done. Right? The man doesn't stop. He's a stud. Anyway, there you go. Have a great day. See y'all next week. Every Sunday, 1 o'clock, right here. Save Your Health Sunday. And then, well, get ready for the show. You're going to enjoy it. And Couch to the Holidays, part 2, coming at you. So, there you go. Oh, yeah. So much is going to happen in 2021. We're going to make 2021. It's going to be the best year ever. Just get ready. Okay? Start prepping right now. You've got a little over 90 days. A little over 90 days to get ready. That's right. You got 3 months. Make it count. Get ready. Big stuff is going to happen. But you just got to help nudge it and make it happen. There you go. See y'all next week.